So I would like to discuss like what's the actual goal of this channel. So what is this channel? Being honest, initially this was supposed to just be like, so like we're Omni, we're a media business, right? We'll have clients that we work with, whether it be weddings, advertisements, blah blah blah. Basically, this channel initially was like my in between for whenever I didn't have a client I was working with. I would just be like, oh, I'll make a video. That sounds fun. Boom, 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 boom. It was initially kind of like what I was doing between, but things have changed ever since we've started getting serious and going into like actually working with clients and developing how we're different from other businesses. I realized some things. So first, there's a crap ton of other media businesses that already exist here in my location here, and they already kind of look pretty nice. They'll have really nice looking shots, well exposed things, and they already are much more established in my current company. But what I noticed is their content in particular is just so expected. It feels like you've already seen it. Like, what a good way to picture this, think of like your stereotypical like your medicine or drug commercial, and they have like that B-roll at the end where they're listing off all the things you should have, like that, all the side effects and all the things that are going to probably kill you in the future. Think of that, right? Think of like those shots where it's like everything's all lit well and exposed, and it's just some random B-roll like, hey, happy fun times and stuff. There's no actual like story setup. It really just feels like it's just boom, here's some nice shots, move on, B-roll, nice shots. It's very corporate, which that's fine for some businesses. Like that's what their whole business model could be. It could be industrial, it could be corporate, whatever. What I'm trying to say is I noticed the format of treating it like it's a story is lacking. The storytelling element of the business of videography and photography, that felt like it was lacking. So like, yeah, like the whole idea of storytelling. What happened to the whole idea of like exposition, the rising action, climax, falling action, resolution, like all that you'd see, and forget what it's called. There's like a name for that type of pyramid thing, but it doesn't really feel like it's there for at least the companies that are in my area over here. It just seems very corporate, straight to the point. This is a person standing in front of a really some background or whatever, some white background, some just location. They're just talking to the camera. That's what it felt like I wanted to attack even further, where instead of just making a media company and just having, really nice exposed looking shots and production quality, all blah, blah, I want to also have the storytelling element. Because me personally, I've been telling stories ever since I was a little kid. Back then I used to make things called machinimas, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like, how do I say, you kind of get some video games and you go into the actual game camera and move it around and make it look like you're actually making the characters say stuff as you're voice acting over them, having text or something. And it's just basically you take the games and the character and make your own story with those characters in the game. And I did a lot of those back then, and even before that, when I was a little baby boy just playing a toy, trying to make like a little story. I get my little camcorder, start recording it and stuff. But yeah, I've been telling stories ever since I was little. When I discovered videography and photography, what I noticed was not only the nuance of videography and photography and the ways you can express yourself, but also that there's all sorts of people, all sorts of places that have stories that want to be told or need to be told. And I've been gifted the ability to actually tell those stories. So me, it's like, I bet let's start telling people stories. That's kind of where I kind of see this. The goal for this channel basically is to equip people with the abilities to tell the stories, to tell their own stories. That's why we'll continue to create more tutorials, more gear reviews, more editing tool reviews, anything that will actually help other people tell their own stories. That's what our goal is now, at least for this channel. We might put up some other stuff, might put up some portfolio stuff or whatnot, but overall, that's the way I envision it at least. But yeah, we're still a media business. We're still going to be, shooting those weddings, those advertisements, those commercials, social media marketing, anything like that. We'll still be doing it, but the way we attack it, it'll be differently. The goal is to go for the whole storytelling structure where you have the, beginning, middle, end, the rising action, climax, all that. We want that still there because that builds towards the experience. We want to actually throw people in and be like, oh, that was interesting. Oh, I like that video type beat, as opposed to just watching and be like, oh yeah, that looks nice.